Howdy, Simmers. It's officially fall where I'm at, and I am so ready to see all of the leaves change color and for the weather to be a little bit nicer because I hate hot weather, but also I am so ready for the bugs to go back to hell. So to celebrate its return, I have built a house inspired by this beautiful season. And truthfully, when I say inspired by, I just mean it kind of follows a color scheme of autumn because we don't actually have a lot of like fall themed items in the game, believe it or not. We have a lot of like winter kind of Christmas holiday stuff. And obviously we have anything that came with seasons, basically, and that is where that stops. So, which don't get me wrong, seasons came with a lot of nice stuff. I just feel like we don't have a lot of fall related stuff, which honestly doesn't surprise me. The only like significant thing that really happens, I feel, during the fall, we have Thanksgiving and Halloween, obviously. But other than that, there isn't anything like super notorious about the season, really. Other than maybe pumpkin spice, for all of you people who for some reason enjoy that stuff. But I do kind of like how the house came out. I didn't actually have a plan going into this. I knew I wanted like a cozy front porch because I don't know, something about fall just cozy vibes to me. So I had a vision of like having this front porch, get a little rocking chair on it, and then you could just sit there, enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe do some knitting if that's your thing. I don't know. Um, but I didn't really have a plan for the actual shape of the house nor the layout when I started with this, which is kind of what it's like with every build. I don't always go in with the plan. Most of the time, I just build to build. So here we are with that. I knew I wanted to go for a lot of dark colors though, because I do associate the like dark orange and dark browns with the season of autumn or fall, whichever one you call it. But yeah, I will say, I'm not fully a fan of the house personally, but it's more the exterior than the interior, which is the common thing with me. I just feel like the exterior could have had a little more to it, and that's probably my bad because it's all one color on this build. And I don't typically do that. I do try to break it up most of the time with some stone or just something, usually. And for this one, I didn't. But it's a fairly simple shape, I think, so there wasn't a lot going on with it, really. But for our color scheme, I do mainly stick with like reds and oranges and lots of browns. You can see I'm starting off with wallpaper, trying to get an idea of what I want stuff to look like. And as usual, we're starting off with the kitchen. It's my favorite room to furnish for some reason. I don't really know why. I feel like just because it's a little easier. Firstly, we don't have a lot of kitchen counter options typically, so it's like, okay, not a lot of variety here. We can get this done pretty quickly. So I use these shelves from Snowy Escape, I believe. Yeah, and I gave them a little island, which I never do in my builds. But we had this huge kind of kitchen space, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, give them some bar stools. And we do fit a dining room into this build. It's just kind of small and kind of cramped, I guess, between the kitchen and the living room. And I did actually intend to put some stuff on the counters, like underneath, because there are slots on those. And I didn't. Completely forgot. I do give them some like upper shelves between the fridge and the oven and put some clutter on there. But just using those counters is always kind of a problem for me because there's so much that you could put there, but there's also not enough clutter really for like kitchen stuff. So that is the next kit that I want, is a kitchen clutter pack. We've had everyday clutter, we've had bathroom clutter, we need a kitchen clutter next. But for the living room, I did give them a fireplace. I didn't put a chimney on the build, though, so this just has a fireplace and no outlet. But it's fine. I was really torn between, like, two swatches on the fireplace, but then I ended up going with the darker one because I just felt like it was nicer. And I'm using one of the couches and chair sets that recently got a swatch update. So yeah, it's a fun time. I love when they give us new swatches and stuff, especially things that don't have a lot of swatches, because that couch in particular is actually a really nice couch, but it used to only have 3 swatches, and they were all ugly. So it wasn't easy to really use that one. But I got it. and I think that it looks great. It's such a nice couch, and for what? It's just so simple. I really like it. I did try to use this giant planter thing in the build because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to put here originally, but we settled on a bookshelf. I think it looks really nice. We're going around trying to get some clutter. And yeah, you can see I am trying to like find some more fall themed stuff as well. As I'm looking through, looking for clutter stuff, I added some pillows onto the couches as well. We have a little teapot that kind of felt fall themed to me. It has a mushroom on it. It's really nice. But yeah. I kind of go back and forth between kitchen and living room as I'm looking through the clutter stuff because I'm trying to, find stuff to make the house look a little more lived in. And at this point, we are moving on to our little dining space. I got this little table from Cottage Living, and the swatch on it I don't particularly feel was like autumn enough. I was actually trying to find kind of like an orange color on it that had that exact pattern with all like the acorns and nature stuff, and it didn't exist. They had a plain one, but meh. You can see I put some decals around as well that were fall themed. Those are from Seasons, and they're just kind of there by random. Although I did like putting them on either side of the fireplace. I thought that was like a fun little wall detail to do. But the one that I stuck in the kitchen was just kind of a random thing. It was basically, if I find something fall themed, I'm gonna use it. And I don't care if it looks weird. So there we go. It's also really hard trying to find plants that fit the, like, fall aesthetic, because plants kind of start dying around the fall, really. It's why it's called fall, because the leaves all fall from the trees because they're all dying. Like, how do you incorporate plants, living plants, with the season of starting to die, basically? We're moving on to the first bedroom, though, in here, and I know green isn't technically, like, an autumn-associated color, but this dark green I thought was just really, really nice, and it kind of gave me some vibes of autumn, just with the darker kind of colors, plus that transition from that into winter, where you have all, like, the green and red and stuff, kind of reminded me of that. But it's like, you can associate different shades of colors with seasons, like, or not even just seasons, but like aesthetics typically. Light blue, I think, is most associated with like the springtime and obviously like coastal beach type vibes, but then like the darker blue, usually not. It's usually associated more with like, I don't know. I actually do associate it kind of with like winter and Christmas and stuff, because my family has two different like Christmas themed sets. We do red, gold, and green like every other year, and then we switch it out, we alternate with this dark blue and purple and silver and white theme, which is really pretty. But my point is, different colors can be associated with seasons and themes just based on the shade of the color. So moving on from that, we're starting on the upper floor, and this is really where the fall theme shines, because I kind of give this house a little, like, autumn-themed shrine up on this floor, which is basically just any extra fall decorations or stuff that I find that I'm like, okay, I didn't have a proper spot for this. I'm gonna put a table down, and I'm just gonna throw all this clutter onto this table, and it'll be fine. Which is exactly what I do. You see, I'm grabbing these little pumpkins. I'm gonna get, like, this autumn-esque wreath. And then I get, like, a cornucopia decoration. I think a little, like, jack-o'-lantern decoration as well, from Spooky Stuff. And, yeah. If you had questions about what made this house really autumn-themed, it's this shrine right here. This is completely why it's like this. But, yeah. I don't have too much going on in this hall. I gave him a little computer because I realized there's not a lot to do in this house. I gave them, like, the TV and the bookshelf downstairs, but we didn't have a lot of activities in here. I didn't get, like, an easel or anything into this build, which I probably should have, given that we just got the Artist Studio kit recently, but I didn't. So working on the second bedroom, I wanted to go for more of the Halloween theme in this room, and I was trying to get this orange to work, but I couldn't really find a bed that I liked that worked with the color. So I do end up switching it to purple, and we just make this kind of like a purple black bedroom, I guess. It still fits the aesthetic. I make this a little bit more on the spooky stuff side, I guess. You'll see why when I start putting lighting down. But, yeah. Oh, you know what I could have put in this room, actually? This would have ruined the whole thing anyway. But one of the rugs from the spooky stuff pack, they have, like, a skeleton, and I think there's a purple swatch that has, like, a bat on it. I don't know. But like I said, I'm just getting some lighting and stuff around, so it's a little spooky-ish in this room. But, I don't know. I did this room and this theme just kind of on a whim, because I was like, you know what? It's too autumny in here, and we're missing out on, like, the most important thing that goes on in autumn, which is Halloween. So, I gave him a little spooky room, I guess. Just quickly going through the bathrooms, I used this, like, terracotta stuff from, I want to say it's from Lovestruck. The flooring and the wallpaper. But it's orange. It works. I wasn't planning on making the walls and the flooring both the terracotta stuff. I wanted them to be different originally. But then I was like, I don't like the way that it looks. It kind of clashes a little bit having the two different tiles. I'm just going to do this instead. So, hence the all orange bathrooms. And moving on to our final bedroom, which is the master bedroom. I wanted this to be like pure kind of cozy fall vibes. I don't know if I achieved that really with this room, but we got this nice kind of deep red bed that I really liked, and it's got like the brown tones on it. I thought it was really nice. So I can't say I achieved my goal with this house, but it didn't come out too bad. Obviously the exterior has a little bit of a questionable thing with it just because it's all one color. But the interior I actually think is really nice. I probably would have used a different wallpaper though, honestly, that I used in the living room, because, I don't know, as much as I love that plain but pretty wallpaper from Lovestruck, I don't know, that particular color I just feel is very vibrant. But, yeah, the last thing we're doing, I gave them, like, a little garden, so that way we could get, like, pumpkins or something. I wasn't really sure, but I was like, you know, there's some fall-themed plants you could probably put in a garden, so we'll just do that. And finally, we're finishing up with the landscaping. I built this in Brindleton Bay, so I'm pulling out like a bunch of evergreens and whatever other trees are here. But let's hop into the game and I will show you the build. So here is the house. You can see we have that little garden there, bunch of trees around on this lot. And then up here on our little porch, we have a bike over there as well. And then we have the rocking chair that I talked about wanting on this front porch. I did get it. We have a little fall-themed welcome mat, and then our outdoor trash can, because I refuse to forget that. But coming into our living room, oh, this is actually a lot prettier than I remember it being when I built this. But we have our living room here, and yes, I did paint the ceilings. So pretty. I love the orange swatch on the couch. I think the brown pillows really, really helped, including the accent pillow that I have on the chair over there. I think that's just a really nice little addition. Beautiful fireplace with the TV, those decals on either side. And then coming this way, we have our little dining space here leading into our kitchen. So very, very simple. But honestly, I really like this space. Over here, we have our first bathroom, which I believe is just a half bathroom. Yeah. We got the toilet over here. I gave, like, a double counter sink situation, even though there's only one sink there. And then over here is the first bedroom with all that dark green and the dark wood tones. I think it's a really nice space. I really wanted to use this little, like, fox lamp. I'm glad I got it in here. Oh man, this is so cute. I got this little crystal mirror in here as well, which I can't remember what it's from. It's either from Werewolves or Realm of No, not from Realm of Magic, definitely. Definitely Werewolves. Werewolves or Crystal Creations, honestly, but most likely the Werewolves pack. We're gonna come back here. I forgot to put curtains on these windows here, but it's fine. Let's head upstairs. All right, so up the stairs, we have our shrine, as I called it. So I wanted this wreath to be a little more lit up. I did try to put a light here and it does not seem to be working. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's actually just how dark or bright that object is, but it's not as bright as I wanted it to be. So we just have a little kind of not really hallway here. And then down this way is our computer. I got this giant leaf decoration on the wall as well. But we have the computer here, a couple of family photos, as we will call them. Oh wait, did I not get the ceiling? Dang. I guess I forgot there was a second part. So I painted the ceilings on the first level, I guess. Unless I just missed that one somehow. Over here, we have the little Halloween bedroom. Okay, I did get this one. So maybe it was just that room. But we have the purple spiderweb wallpaper here, mixed with our plain but pretty and the black swatch. And I probably would treat this as more of like a kid's room, possibly. Like a spooky kid's room. I don't know. It's a weird concept. Over here we have our first, like, main bathroom. I guess we got all of the utilities here. And then through this door is the master bedroom. I've got a little lamp in the corner, this beautiful bed, little dresser. And then lastly through here is the master bathroom, which is a little bit bigger. So it's got a separate shower and tub. And I think this came out really, really cute. But that is the full finished house. I hope you guys like the build. I think, other than the exterior, it actually came out really cute. And I just didn't remember how pretty it ended up being on the inside. So I think I did good. You can download the build on my gallery right now. It's called the Autumnal House, and you can find it under TheSimmingKoalaa with 2 8s at the end. I always have my ID in the description for you guys if you ever want to download anything from me. Let me know what you guys think of the build. Did I bring out the autumnness enough through this house? Honestly, I went in not knowing how this would turn out because I didn't think we had a lot of like fall themed things anyway. But it ended up being a lot cuter than I thought it would be, at least on the inside. So let me know what you guys think, and with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials, links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.